Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah.
You get your bit out.
I got one camera out.
Oh, well
because
done.
well, actually, what I did, I had an old camera which hadn't worked for a long time. It's exactly the same as the one I lost.
Yeah.
I threw that in and I retrieved it with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this, a bucket, and I got a weight at the front.
Oh, I see. With the
yeah, I've got a bit more added weight because what I'm going to do is throw it in, try and get the original one I lost 3 years ago.
Yeah, so you're still not.
Yeah, I haven't found that one yet, but I've got a little magnet on my friend Terry. You know Terry, don't you?
Yes,
Terry.
yeah.
He said, why don't you stick a magnet on the back of it? Because you know,
oh, I see.
if it goes behind it, it might. It's only a small one, but I got the main one on the front, the real powerful ones on the front.
Good magnets.
It's
What's
okay.
That from?
eBay, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, cheap one.
I've seen blokes in America where they on the jetties and they keep chucking stuff out. So my son-in-law's trying to.
Yeah.
That's his car over there.
Ah, right. Okay. I'll leave you to it, Dino. Are you going to do some carving? Are you? Yeah, slightly different arrangement today than the other day. I've got some added weight on the front of the basket, which I wanted to kind of dig in a bit deeper because I think the other GoPro, been down there 3 years, is going to be down quite deep. So I need to get down a little bit deeper into the mud. And I've got a little bit of a magnet, only a small one, just on the back there. It's going to trail behind the basket, and you never know, it might pick something up. I don't know if it will because it's not that powerful, but I've got it, so I might as well use it. Yeah. Right, so we're down at the lake now. Sun's coming in and out. We might actually get some rain at some point. Right, I'm going to put this camera on. It's got full battery on it. Camera's on. Stick it in the mount. It's in a floaty mount, so if something does happen, I'm kind of hoping that I won't lose the camera. Morning.
Hello.
Okay, right. It's about a question of putting everything together now and then throwing it in the lake in the right spot. Looking at the footage 3 years ago, I'm roughly in the same place where I need to be. Right, okay, let's make sure that it's filming all right. Should be okay, I think. Okay, lock it down tight. Okay, right. Right, okay. Let's give this a go. So I reckon I want to be about here somewhere. I'll throw it straight out there. I'll just do my final checks, make sure everything's okay. Hope it's filming in the right place. And give it a go. Right, so I'm hoping that's sinking to the bottom. And then I'm just going to let it sink in, then I'm going to drag it really, really slowly. That way I'm hoping it's going to dig in a bit deeper than it did last time. That's the idea anyway. Yeah. So, there's a few fishermen out today. I wonder if Ken's out there. He's probably out there, I expect. Right. So we know that this works, the bucket, because we got the camera I threw in just the other day and it picked that up. So I'm hoping that it can get the one I threw in a few years ago. But I think that one's probably quite well down in the mud, I'd have thought. so that's the reason why I need to go a bit deeper to try and get it. But I have tried this a number of times with the rake and other things as well. If it's not in the mud, I've got an idea that it could well be on the dam itself, and if it's in the rocks, that can be a bit of a problem. Right, okay, right, so I've been at it for the best part of 2 hours now, and no luck, I'm afraid, no luck. Yeah, I've absolutely hammered the place where it ought to be, and yeah, it's not there. I don't think it's there. I think it's further up here towards the foot of the dam. That's where I think it is. Just taking it very slowly, just wanting the basket to really dig in as deep as I can possibly get it. That's the reason why I've added a bit more weight to the front of it, so it really bites into the mud and sort of drags in and it sort of goes deeper. But yeah, it's a question of pulling it up, unless you tip the stuff out onto the bottom of the reef, you know. Right. Going, it needs to be going flat to the surface. Alright, try again. Alright. Well, for my money, that's about spot on. Looking at the footage about 3 years ago, I think I stood about there. I think the line I threw it on was probably around about there somewhere. So, I mean, I've got to be really, really close to it. And I can feel it digging into the bottom of the lake. It's right down in the mud. I can feel it digging right into the mud. And that's a good thing. If it's there, if it's, you know, if it's on just under the surface, this thing kind of comes across it, it should get it in the basket. In theory, it ought to do that. And I know it works because I got the other one out. you know, it's just a... The more times you throw it in, the more chances you're going to get something out. Just want to try and pull your GoPro out, which I'm finding a little bit difficult at the moment. But I keep going. Drew a blank today, I'm afraid. Bit of a fruitless task, but no, it's not really a fruitless task because, you know, now I know that it's probably not out there in the mud. Probably not. And it's probably in the rocks. Anyway, that's my little escapade today. I got absolutely nothing out. You know, just nothing worthwhile anyway. So I've, you know, I've pretty much exhausted it. I've exhausted it pretty much. And yeah, I reckon it's I think it's in the dam. I think it's at the bottom of the dam or somewhere up the dam. Because when you drag it up, what tends to happen is that it tips up and whatever contents is in there is going to be falling out. That's the reason why I pull it, then I feel a bit of tension there, then I really lift it up high and put it quick so it stays in there. Whatever's in there stays in there. It doesn't spill out. Anyway, not to worry. I think next time I come out here, I might take the basket with me, but I'll do the magnet fishing, I think, just in the rocks. I think just about 10-12 feet out. That's all I can do. Anyway, here we go. Oh, there we go. That's another day's fishing over and done with. Not to worry. I like being down here, to be honest. You know, if I get it out, it's a bonus, but just to come down here is nice. Just gives me something to do. Anyway, I had a nice chat with a fisherman earlier. He came over and spent about 15 minutes with me. Really nice guy. I didn't get his name, but really nice chap actually. He knows Ken. I think Ken might be over there somewhere. I'll put my hand up. I might see him. Or might not. I don't know. He might be over there somewhere. I think he's over there somewhere, Ken. He's probably he might have fallen asleep or something. Anyway, okay. Yeah, we're shoot on back now, back home. I'll download the footage and just see what we've got. There might be something interesting there. I don't know. I do find it quite fascinating though, filming underwater. It's a different world, isn't it? It's a whole different world going on. You know, it's only like 10 feet out and about sort of 10 foot down. It's interesting. Yeah, so the saga continues. I think it will continue as well. I ain't got much else to do at the moment. Haven't been doing much carving over the past week or two. yeah, I've just become a little bit despondent, I think, you know. So I tried to sell my goods, sell my stuff in town, and I didn't get a sniff, not at all, not a sniff. And I think at the moment, you know, people are really holding back. They're not buying stuff like that. It's not an essential. I do think that there are some financial hardships coming our way. I'm not the only one who's thinking this, by the way. Other people, I think, are holding on to their money. You know, my spending's right down. All I'm buying is just the essential stuff. You know, I like to buy other things, but I'm just not buying them just because, you know, my money's better spent on more essential things. And I think people are generally holding back, and that's one reason why I've kind of stopped doing my little carvings, you know, just because they're not selling. Not at the moment anyway, so there we go. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done for today. I'm going to go home now. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea and make myself a sandwich. Shove the hoover around, try and make the house look half decent. Do a bit of tidying up. Yep, same old, same old. And some point later today, make my little video. Anyway, just want to say, you know, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed some of the content which I'm putting out there. I find it interesting. It just documents my day, what I do on a day-to-day basis, pretty much. I didn't make a video yesterday just because not an awful lot happened yesterday. Popped over and saw my sister-in-law with my wife and had a cup of coffee with them, and that was nice. So yeah, gonna go home now, have a cup of tea, make myself a sandwich, put the hoover around, and get on with the rest of the day. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, God bless, look after one another, and don't forget to wear your mask and wash your hands. You don't want a dreaded coronavirus, do you, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching, see you again. Bye for now.